What's good, guys, and ladies and gentlemen, and people of all ages? It's your boy Will, checking in again, Will Aesthetics, right here on YouTube. So today I bring you guys a leg day with Mr. O, aka Jose, aka Mr. Gains. So I know it's not a lot or many times that I post any leg days up. Actually, I think it's only been like twice, I think, this year. Not too sure. But yeah, we started a new routine. This one's basically more power, kind of like more power-based routine, meaning more like kind of like plyometrics, which isn't really, I don't know if it's the correct term to use, but you know, it's a few jumps here and there. And finally started squatting again. This is actually the second time. Well, it's my third time, second time for this guy squatting since we started lifting together. Reason before I had stopped squatting was because it was hurting. I felt like it was hurting my back. Probably my back wasn't too strong. You know, and by back I mean kind of like core-wise, like lower back, lumbar spine, you know, stuff like that. So as you can tell, we're squatting 2 plates, and this is actually the second set in the workout. 2 plates right there. Reason is well, I'm gonna say we because I started working out with this guy and we were pushing 1,000 pounds on the leg press. 1,103 were actually the most we've pushed, and that was like I want to say for one set, I think I cleared anywhere from 8 to 10, which was pretty cool. So legs have gotten stronger. They have gotten a little bit more big. They have gotten a little bit bigger, and quads are slowly making it. You know, same thing of like I've always said, I've had problems with my calves. So I've found now that it really helps to train your calves in all 3 different angles. You know how you say like the standard, you know, feet pointed straight forward. You know, turn your feet inward, work them out that way, then turn your feet outward, work them out that way. And that right now I'm doing kind of like all 3 on the same set. So say I'll do 12 to 15 reps for the first one, 12 to 15 reps for the second angle, 12 to 15 on the third angle. So far it's been working pretty well. Every exercise or every workout I've done calves in, which now has been almost every day for this week at least, my calves are pretty sore. Well, not pretty sore, but they're sore compared to like days where I hit them like once or twice a week, you know. And as you can tell now, 2 plates and a 25 on each side. I know maybe some of you will say like my form's a little off, you know, because of my knees travel forward a little bit. Thing is, well, that's what actually Jose pointed out. Thing is though, I believe, you know what, I'm feeling good. You know, before I wouldn't even dare squat this, but I feel good when I do it. There's no problems in my back anymore, you know, so far. Hopefully if they don't come back, but so far there's no problems. I don't feel any pressure on my back. You know, even my lower back, my knees feel good. You know, before I used to have like this little like pain, and actually went away. So it's pretty good, you know, and I'm going down pretty deep into the squat too. So as far as my knees moving forward, I mean, it's just a little bit, so they don't really go over the toes, I want to say. They do maybe align with them, but you have to keep in mind I'm 6'1", you know, so me sitting back and keeping my knees on top, not really on top, but over my ankles is kind of a little far-fetched, you know. If I were to do that, I'd probably fall back, you know. But as long as you can kind of tell, like, you can't see my ankles here, but you can kind of tell like right where my knees start in the beginning of the squat, or at the top motion of the squat, the weight stays in line, like in a straight line coming down. So that's kind of like one marker for it, you know. So we pyramided. Well, this exercise I didn't show you guys everything, so we kind of took the excerpts from it, but we pyramided back down from 2 plates and a 25 on each side. So we took the 25 off, went back to 2 plates. Now we took the other plate off, went back to 245. So it's pretty good. And then next clip you'll notice, we started doing power jumps. So like power lunges, like lunge jumps with a 25 plate. and we followed that up with power squat jumps. And then after this, like, it's walking still manageable, sitting down still manageable. Biggest thing is like next day, you wake up, at least I was feeling pretty solid, in the legs. So it wasn't like too crazy to the point where I couldn't walk or sit down. For some reason, I can't get to that state anymore. Pretty sure if someone pushed my ass and I was working out for like 2 hours straight on my legs, yeah, I would feel that way. But one thing for sure is like, I think it was this day. I got home, I was about to take a shower, so I flexed my legs, and just unbelievable cramp in the quads. So that's one thing, you never flex after leg day, or if you hit them pretty tough, pretty crazy. Because then once I started cramping, I bent my knee to kind of like stretch out my quads. And then as soon as I started kind of like letting go of it, my hamstring started to cramp. And it was just like one of the scariest moments in my life, man. You can imagine that, a cramp on both your quads and your hamstrings. It's just, I think that'd be hell. I wouldn't know what to do. But as you can tell, we started doing squat jumps. I just noticed this guy didn't go down too deep, but you know what? It's all good. And me and my big ass legs, long ass legs, I should say, not even big. But you can tell the gains coming in. Look at those arms, man. I haven't measured my arms in 2 or 3 weeks. Last time I measured them, they were still at 16.5. Biggest difference though is, if you remember, in the beginning of the year, I had posted up, I got down to 205. I think 205. I don't remember if it was 205 or 210, where my arms were like 16 inches. Or 16 and actually no, check this out. I was 210 pounds at 15% body fat, and my arms were 16.5, right? But now you can even tell there's more definition in the arms. I think this was a day after I drank, so I think I was kind of puffy, but there's more definition in the arms. I can actually see, my abs a little bit. So I know I'm leaner than 15% body fat. I want to say 12 or 13 I'm at. And my arms are still 16.5. Just a little bit over 16.5. It's like one of those little lines. I really don't know how to say that, or whatever, but it's like 16.5 and 1/16, something like that. Hey, every little bit counts, But yeah, I mean, diet. I want to say it's kind of like a loose diet. Kind of like a loose, strict diet. Some days, for example, today's Sunday, I actually got Subway because I didn't cook for myself in the morning. Otherwise, I would have had 2 tilapia meals, hard-boiled eggs, and so far today I've had 2 protein shakes and oatmeal in the morning. So, and today I didn't do that. I had oatmeal in the morning, 2 shakes so far, and I got Subway tuna with sriracha and jalapenos. No, I'm just kidding, jalapenos. So it's pretty good, So those are some days. Most of the days though, like for example, Tuesdays, Thursdays for sure, Wednesdays for sure, with the exception of drinking on Wednesdays, but for sure I meal prep, for sure. So there's gonna be like 2 tilapia meals, oatmeal in the morning, 2 to 3 protein shakes a day, protein bar, and hard-boiled eggs, and sometimes like tuna, whenever I get home after work. So, and then leg extensions. So leg extensions, I've noticed that they're best to do. Well, for sure, like here's the thing. A lot of people have had problems with their knees because of leg extensions. They just go way too heavy. So just keep in mind, leg extensions, you're supposed to keep it nice and controlled. It's better to do high reps, because in the end of it, you're not building much strength from these, or you shouldn't be building much strength from them. They're mostly to define and shape your quads. So you want to make sure you're not overdoing it with the weight, because the position the knee is in, you get crazy problems with your knees, So it's best to keep it light. You can even do one leg at a time and shape it that way, and it's way more rewarding that way. You know, leave the heavyweight to like squatting and leg press, and even then, you know, you should have some days where you're doing more high reps, high volumes, you know. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching the video. Hope you guys liked it. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them in the comments section, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. This is your boy signing off.